Selling human flesh brings in big money. Human trafficking generates $9 billion a year.
It is the fastest growing criminal enterprise around the world. And as News 10's Suzanne Phan discovered, when it comes to the child sex trade, Sacramento is right at the epicenter.
Well, Sacramento has ranked as high as #2 as a child sex trafficking spot in the United States. And now more community groups are stepping up to do something about the problem, locally and globally.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Imagine putting a price tag on a human life. Watch closely at what unfolds right in front of our camera while we're on vacation in this marketplace in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. A woman tries to sell her daughter for a shocking price.
She's trying to sell me that child for $350. No, absolutely serious.
That's where the conversation ended. But the conversation about human trafficking is just beginning in many places. As many as 17,500 victims are trafficked into the United States every year. Many human trafficking victims are children, forced into prostitution, kidnapped, tricked, coerced to turn tricks for money. Oftentimes in developing countries like Cambodia or India or Thailand.
People don't really believe that it's happening in the United States.
Sex and Money is a new documentary on child sex trafficking just screened at UC Davis.
One of the girls we interviewed, her name is Carissa Felt. She's from Fresno, California, and that's where she was trafficked.
I thought I was the only 12-year-old. I was told to lie and say that I was 16 years old.
Sadly, the problem plagues Sacramento. The FBI has recovered more than 200 girls from the streets of Sacramento, including this stretch of Watt Avenue, often referred to as the Stroll.
We've found 2 girls as young as 11.
Mike Rayfield of the FBI explains why Sacramento.
I think it's partially because of the interstate freeway system. We have Highway 80 going through here, 50 and 99.
It grieves me to my very core, the thousands that have not been rescued.
Vicky Zito's 17-year-old daughter was kidnapped from a shopping center, drugged, driven to the Bay Area, and sold for sex on Craigslist.
She was trafficked from El Dorado Hills to the Bay Area, to Rockland, and back to the Bay Area.
An FBI task force rescued her 8 days later. The perpetrator got 20 years in federal prison. Jenny Williamson is trying to rescue many of these girls.
We want to give them a home to run to.
Her organization, Courage to Be You, is raising money to build a safe house for child prostitutes and trafficking victims.
We have a 3,500 square foot house and a barn. We have 52 acres. We are ready to take 6 girls immediately. We will be able to bring 60 girls home. We'll have 10 cottages, 6 girls in a cottage with a house mom.
Halfway around the world, Pastor Don Brewster and his wife Bridget of Lincoln spent the past 5 years combating child sex trafficking in Svebak, Cambodia. Through Agape International, he's helped rescue more than 200 girls victimized by human traffickers there. Around the world and right here in Sacramento, child sex trafficking is a dark subject, but community groups are taking action to change that.
I think it's a social justice issue of our time.
And for more information on pending laws, local and national resources, and raw interviews with sex trafficking experts, be sure to check out our extensive interactive features on news10.net. Now, one of those features is the Q&A with the student who just graduated from William Jessup. She's going to actually be heading over to Cambodia to volunteer.
This is just amazing that this is going on, right in our backyard. And I know the FBI is investigating, but thank goodness for these community groups and people like Jenny that are trying to rescue these kids and get them off the streets.
And it's phenomenal because there seems to be such a huge movement thanks to the faith-based community up in the Rockland, El Dorado, Roseville area. All these people have really just gathered together and poured into these resources to help Courage to Be You, and also the law enforcement just kind of stay on top of this.
And that
Shocking.
Yeah, that little girl in Cambodia who is going to be sold. She's with her mother and her siblings, and she looks scared.
And that was just so disturbing. We were just there for minutes, and that had happened. So,
Thank you, Suzanne.